Alright, what's up you guys, and welcome back to another L.A Noire part. Okay. So, alright, so we left off on the fallen idol, so let's take a look about what's gonna happen. Crash. Okay.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women. Possible drink drive.
How was that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
Alright, bet.
See you later, fellas. Try not to work too hard.
Alright, so the one thing we can conclude.
Brings a tear to my eye watching my caterpillar grow wings.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. I hate to break it to you, Cole, but they never fit in at Central.
Wait.
You know the way. You can drive.
So we have a point of interest. Her name is Chevy. Okay, my fault. Okay. So the thing we know about here is that the women were
Her face looks familiar.
Good TBG gang.
Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, Beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the 2 of them still have juice.
How's your day?
Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight.
What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her story is that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passengers are Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to Central Receiving. If you want to take a look around, stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
Alright,
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
Oh, I cut rough too. So Jessica Hamilton was also in the car.
Corner, he's down by the
So Chevy. Okay. I believe I'm going the wrong way. Oh wait, I think I get down here through this way. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my day was good, bro. Thanks. Alright, so let's see what's up.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Okay, so the license plate came off. Got that's nothing. Ooh, some panties. So somebody was being a freak.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Alright. Let me see. Dear Jesse, please come home.
She's a long way from home.
Okay, so... So obviously she's a long way from home. So the girl Jessica, she's in the hospital right now. Her parents want her to come back. So probably a runaway question mark. Got blood, of course.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Okay, this is gonna make me check the blood. Let me see, is there anything else?
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio.
Yeah, that's
Is
not
it
funny,
real?
sir.
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
Yeah, let's go question the driver. Okay, so we found all the clues that we could there, so because the music faded. So where's this girl at? Oh, she's up here.
So what's going on over there?
Nice. Let me see if there's any more clues up here. I don't think so, cause the music faded. So yeah, I don't hear nothing. So let's check her out. See what's going on.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
Yeah, I don't
You're
really care.
kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of Beast.
You? I don't like.
Oh.
Keep out of this.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
Okay, so I'm not sure how to approach this because I feel like she could be lying. Let's see how it goes. Good cop.
Who drugged you, Mrs. McAfee?
You really are a cute detective.
Okay, so I should have
A
played
little too
back
naive
cop.
for my taste.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Okay, I'm definitely gonna play back cop.
How old is Jessica, Mrs. Ballard?
I couldn't say how old Jessica is. Old enough, sweetheart, as the saying goes.
All right.
We found a shrunken head.
This is
It
weird.
was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
Okay, so Mark Bishop. So she does know what's going on.
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He's a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
It's not going to play that way, Mrs. McAfee. We'll take it from there.
Relax, detective. You're not nearly as cute when you're mad.
Alright,
Mrs.
so
McAfee,
I got 1 out of 4
I think it would be
correct.
in everyone's best
That was a
interest if you
pretty
accompanied
weird
Patrolman Gonzalez
interrogation.
back to the receiving hospital.
Because
I'm being taken in?
You could say that.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you are under the influence of narcotics and that you are withholding information from the police.
My husband is going to want a word with you, Sonny Jim.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Cause like the first one, like you can't be aggressive because she is still under the influence. So I felt like that was the reason why I played good cops. Cause like if I would have known, I just would have played bad cop from the jump.
You can drive.
Then the one time I do play bad cop, it was the opposite. Like, come on, y'all.
11K Roger, en route.
Okay, so now we're going to the hospital to talk to the female passenger who, as the girl Chevy just said, is desperate to break into movies. Alright, so now we're at the hospital. Okay.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room right behind you, Detective.
Thank you.
You can't hold me here. No, I don't
Feeling
need
better
to be
since this
manhandled
morning,
by a doctor.
Jessica?
I need my
A
lawyer.
little.
Hey,
My head still
where is the
feels funny.
telephone? Do you know?
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Alright, so let's see what we can get out of her.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Yeah, no, sis.
You're holding out on me, Jessica.
Please, I want my doctor. I'm not sure I can answer any more questions right now.
She's holding out, obviously.
We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
Make use
You're
of her, 'cause
lying,
she's
Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, Detective, why would I lie to you?
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna play good cop.
What do you know about Bishop?
He makes movies. I had to do a screen test.
Okay.
That's when you say some lines in front of the camera with the lights turned on you.
Alright.
I know what
I'm
happened to
getting
you,
confused.
Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
She's obviously lying.
Someone tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you get it? Forget about being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone. There were lights, a camera. It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you trying to hurt me?
You should think about going home, Jessica. You're getting mixed up with people who will treat you like last week's trash.
Are you crazy? I can't go home. I want to be a star.
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her. There she goes. Come on.
So you telling me they didn't see her? They didn't see her.
Ballard is definitely up to something. She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
I think what it is she was probably jealous of the little Jessica because she was probably prettier or something than her, I mean.
Too close, Phelps. You're way too close.
So I think that's probably what it was. So they probably set her up to kill her or something. Yeah, I don't know why. I just want to turn on the police siren so bad. Like, I don't even know why.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Okay. Oh. I was at the booth! Yo, I was at the booth with the newspaper too. Like, yo. That's wild, cause I was at the booth. Like, it said find a booth with the newspaper. I instantly clicked
Get
X.
in there and see what she's up to.
Alright. Fuck it. I'm just take this shit slow as hell.
Baby? No! I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it! You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls! I'm gonna be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803.
Thank you.
Sure, I got the film.
Alright.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right. Where to? So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh, shit. You better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McAfee's wife in the first place. Or he'd have done the job properly. McAfee will break a fella's legs just for looking at his broad the wrong way.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story?
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Roger, KGPL. 11K en route.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K.
Snap. So I guess we already was going to the apartment anyway. So yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's some little like creepy guy who just trying to, you know, have sex with that little girl because she's a little girl. You know how in Hollywood they be doing that and hiding it.
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Oh, shit.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
I think he said it was the... Okay, right here. Open up.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.?
Mrs. Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please, come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess.
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
Yeah, because then we're going to question that ass.
I will. Thank you, officer.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Okay, what's this?
Doesn't look like anything.
Okay, so we're going to search the perimeter. Then talk to her if we have any questions, comments, or concerns. What's this?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's go in here. Okay, a
It doesn't
ring.
appear to be connected.
I think there's probably some chapstick.
This isn't what we're looking for.
And like I told y'all before, we're going to be going through all the little nooks and crannies of all the evidence and everything. Just to make sure I get everything. Okay.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
$20,000 check. Damn. Okay.
Don't think this is anything.
Damn, 20K. Little bro got bands to make cut-ins.
Presented to Mark.
to take some money?
Nothing significant.
It's like, nah. What's this?
Optimistic, Cole.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
Okay.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
Nope.
Okay, so that's nothing. This is most likely nothing.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
So I think I found everything in this room that I can. So let's go out here. I searched the kitchen. I know these don't have nothing to do with shit, but I'm gonna just pick them up.
Junk.
Alright. So obviously we have a movie producer who is doing something or did something to
Doesn't
this
give
little
me anything to
girl.
go
I
on.
think he was on some pervert shit. Honestly. Say, I know this game is about detective work, but does this
Maybe. No.
low key? Cause it seems kind of interesting.
Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Marion Hopgood. Alright, so I found everything I can. Let's talk. Okay.
Those men. I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think she's lying or telling the truth? Cause so let me know. Cause I'm gonna go off by what y'all vote. If y'all, y'all think I should play good cop or bad cop? I can't accuse her of nothing because obviously we have nothing to accuse her of yet. But so what do y'all think? Good cop, bad cop? Okay, so good cop, TBG gang, are you still in
Can
here?
we get on with this, please?
Okay. Okay, so let's see what good cop gives
Your
us.
husband was using June Ballard in his new movie?
Hardly. Mark feels that June Ballard has limited range and is over the hill.
Okay, so that was wrong.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
You are complicit in all of this, Gloria. You know what happens to these poor deluded kids, and you go along with it. I need to find your husband.
Why'd you come to Hollywood, detective? Handsome young man like you might find a little something in the movies. You've never thought about it?
No, I haven't.
Well, then you must be the only person in this burg who hasn't. We're born into temptation, detective. It's character that determines what we do about it.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
So now I'm gonna accuse her because we
You're
have
lying,
the check.
Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, detective?
Yes, and that is the check of $20,000.
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Okay, so apparently I'm not doing too good.
Operator, give me R&I.
But
putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thank you.
oh, it's not wrong way. Okay, so that didn't go too good either. So let me start getting my juices flowing. So let's set as the destination. So what's really going on here? So we have maybe somebody being blackmailed. I think Mark Bishop is being blackmailed by his quote-unquote friend.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of
Marion, or what's his name? Marion Hopgood. I think he's being blackmailed by his friend. So. Oh snap! I ain't gonna pull that out.
Can you drive to this one?
He's definitely being blackmailed.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
So let's go to this silver prop store.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
Huh?
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Yeah, bro. That don't seem like nothing.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Damn, so we just found poison. Wait, something else just... There we go.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Huh. Well, well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Yeah, perv.
It can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
I'm investigating. Shut up.
I don't think this is going to help us.
Okay, so it's obviously not through there. Let's go back outside, shall we? Wow, people really do be perverts. And that goes right into there.
I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
So this guy was a pervert.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Okay. Wow, he was a little pervert. He had mirrors set up so he could see them go to the bathroom too. Like, wow.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
Wow. See, these are little pervert ass niggas. So I think that's all for that room. Okay, it's just a little can. Let's see what's over here.
So this is where you sprang from.
It ain't ain't looking too good. This is the same one that was at the car wreck. Okay, dope flood streets with contraband. Oh, let's take a look.
Listen, I have to call you back. I got some business here.
Sit down, Courtney. This is Mickey. Mickey, this is Courtney Sheldon. What would you like to drink?
Scotch. Straight up.
I hear you're back at school learning to be a doctor, kid.
Yes. That's right, Mr. Cohen.
So you want to be a doctor and a dope peddler. Interesting combination, huh?
Do we have a problem, Mr. Cohen?
We might have. Yeah. Selling your dope to my boy Lenny looked like a good move, but Lenny has been supplying, wholesale, so to speak. The Bindle boys in this town aren't used to the juice without a little of the middleman taking his cut.
Lenny promised that wouldn't happen, Mr. Cohen. And Lenny works for you.
What can I say about Lenny? Let me think. Oh yeah, he's a putz. And he's lazy, and he's greedy, but he's my wife's brother. And how can you make a cake with those ingredients, huh? Jeez.
So how is that my problem, Mr. Cohen?
Well, kid, the only way we're going to be able to make this work is to do some repackaging. We need to get the dope out of those dinky little cardboard boxes and...
Surrettes.
Yeah, Surrettes. Great. We can put it into a big vat so we can water it down a little bit.
I won't bore you with the chemistry, but it doesn't work that way. You're likely to kill even more people.
Okay, listen. We want to buy you out, kid. I'll offer you 50 grand. Hey. Hey! You don't like my offer?
Wow.
The Sheldon kid? I think I want him dead.
Oh. Wow. So basically what was going there, he was trying to make a deal to like help him, like basically is what the newspaper says, put more dope on the streets, and he was saying no, put them in Surrettes, and he was just like no. Okay, so I think that's it. So let's go question this pervert.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Okay, so obviously I'm gonna need, I don't know if it'll play bad cop, so I'm gonna just okay, hold up. So let me see. So they did accuse him.
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
I have a drugged-up 15-year-old girl, and you have chloral hydrate in your drinks cabinet. You give me something, or I will break your fucking jaw, Hopgood.
Bishop was here with June Ballard and the girl. A lot of producers and directors use this place. I'm not responsible for what goes on here.
Okay.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
You have something on him, and now you're going to rat him out to McAfee's goons.
And how do you figure that, brain boy? I never liked Bishop. He always made out like he was better than everybody else. He was no better than any of the other big shot creeps who came in here.
All right, so I got that wrong.
What's the deal with you and June Ballard?
Look, buddy, I make props. I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something.
Okay, so let's see. Because I know he's lying. Because the same prop head.
Ballard was out, then she's in, then Bishop visits this place and goes crazy. You're in it somehow.
These clowns fuck young girls on the couch. The girls think they're going to be stars. They really put their backs into it. It's a price they're willing to pay. None of them will press charges.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps. Roy Earl, advice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part. Happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
What's good, Josh?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen, to stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
I don't think they like your little pep talk, Bukowski.
Oh, shit! Get us out of here!
Oh, shit. Let me turn on my sirens. Oh! Oh, snap.
They really don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
Damn, this car do not turn.
I need to be closer, Cole.
We need to lose those fools, Phelps.
Is he gonna try to shoot
Enough
them?
games, Phelps. Take this guy out. Make a move. We're sitting ducks here.
Nah, we getting out the car.
Let's see him chase us now. On to the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Let's go to the movie set.
You can drive.
Oh, Christ. And they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McAfee really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it!
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit. 11K calling KG.
Alright, let's get this nigga.
At 8 in Francisco, the abandoned movie set. My partner is pursuing suspect on foot. Code 3, KGPL.
We're trying to help you, Bishop!
This is all a big mistake!
Come here, Bishop.
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice.
I didn't do anything! Get the hell out of here, you goddamn man!
Really? I'm still on you, bro. Come here.
Bishop, that's enough!
That girl made it all up!
This man is crazy.
Don't make this any harder on yourself, Bishop.
What? Yo. I wasn't even over there. Yo, what, bruh? I didn't even go over there. I moved slightly to
Mark
the
Bishop,
left.
stop! LAPD!
Yo, I'm dying. They just cheated. Why is it falling when I run on it, bro? It don't fall when this nigga run on it. Hey, yo.
Get the hell out of here, you goddamn man!
We're trying to help you, Bishop.
This is all a big mistake!
Cole Phelps, yeah, the main character, he be wildin'. He running mad slow.
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice.
I didn't do anything!
If you ain't do nothing, why you running?
Hands in the air, Bishop. Move another inch and you're dead. Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
You stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place. Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me.
Last chance to back the hell down.
Oh, damn.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
Kill them, for God's sake! I don't want to die!
There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it.
LAPD, you're making a big mistake.
Oh, shit, what the hell?
Kill a cop. And it's the electric chair.
Oh, shit, run.
Is this really the best McAfee's got? Can't get him from this distance.
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
All right, let me go pick up his gun.
You're alone, mister. Come get me.
Okay, cause.
You have to get me out of here.
Shut up! Stop crying, my nigga. You shouldn't have got yourself into this shit. Stop crying.
This is insanity.
Weapons on!
For the love of God, how many are there?
Yeah, it's mad at these
The section there.
knuckleheads.
There's a ladder leading to the ground.
Where? Oh, right here.
I don't want to die here.
Okay.
Get him over here, I'll cover you! Come on, the cavalry's here!
This is all Ballard's fault. Those barrels at the base of the elephant column. They're full of gasoline. Shoot them! Quickly!
Kaboom! Kaboom!
Follow me. We need to get him to the car.
There's an army of them. We're done for.
How long do you think you can hold out?
I should have known that bitch was trouble.
Get him to the car. I can cover you from here. You're almost there.
This way!
Oh! Yeah! On God, those was red dots. Were they not? Like, those were red dots, bro.
Get him over here. I'll cover you. Come on.
I just got
the
cheated.
cavalry's here.
I'm going cap. Because they were red dots on the screen.
Those barrels at the base of the elephant.
I mean, I saw the uniform, but I looked on the map for where the red dots were. I wasn't giving a fuck about the
McAfee
uniform.
doesn't make the rules. You hear me? Find some cover.
Let me run.
LAPD, you're making a big mistake.
See how they red dots?
Get him to the car. I can cover you from here.
Is this really the best McAfee's got? Weapons!
Oh, I'm about to die. See, like, I don't know who the red dots are. Like, I see the police, but it's like, it's confusing when you see the red dots and then a police pulling up at the same time. Like, at least have, like, the blue dots for, like, the police or something.
Come on,
Like, to let them know, like, where, like, your teammates are. Like, don't just have the red dots on the screen.
Follow me. We need to get him to the car.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me? Weapons on the ground, now! LAPD, you're making a big mistake.
That's how the game's be.
Is this really the best McAfee's got?
They're everywhere.
Now, this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer, an all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statch rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice with a capital J, Detective Phelps. You've developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted.
Thank you.
Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Phelps, Bukowski, this your work?
Can I help you, Detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you didn't. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying.
You have some crooked cops in, you know, in the police force, and he's definitely one of them.
You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you then.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse.
Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives. Just through the door.
Wow.
He was my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. Do you realize what he meant to me?
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine.
He's about to give her some drugs.
Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood. So what about that drink, boys?
And that's foreshadowing, because I'm eventually going to have to do that case for her. Damn, I sucked with the questions. Four out of 14. Okay, 6 months later. The red lipstick monster.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote.
You guys, hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta use the bathroom.
Cole Phelps
And
from
I'm back,
burglary
sorry.
to the homicide desk.
Have to wash my hands.
Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Okay, so I'm on what is that called? Homicide now?
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
You're behind the wheel. What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Vidalia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Alright, let's skip all that banter.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
They're used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Alright, so let's take a look at this crime scene. She was killed. We're on murders now. Murder. Oh. My God. The fuck?
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Thank you, sir. Go house to house. Shoot your ass come outward. Okay, so I'm not gonna take a look at the body yet. Take a look at some of the evidence lying around.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Oh, okay. Damn, I can barely see the top. What up? Just have to fix it.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
The Bomba Club table lighter. The fuck? That was a cool little puzzle. The hell? But why is it here though? Okay, so let's take a look at this. Y'all, let me look at it. Okay, so this is just a hairbrush. Looks like.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Okay, so we just found brand new red lipstick. That's why it's called the red lipstick monster. Okay, so we have footprints.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Alright, so we got some size 8 boots found at the scene. We have some tire tracks. I don't know why that's not a thing, but...
What do you think?
First things first. Better speak to the reporting patrolman and Malcolm.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Cause of death?
It could be the head injuries.
Interesting.
Fuck BD. Fuck you. BD. Oh my god.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Okay, so we got a missing ring / jewelry. Okay, so nothing on that hand. Oh my god. Her eye.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Wow.
What's the writing on the victim mean?
BD, Black Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the bomba? A man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Okay, so let me see. Okay, so we don't even know who this is yet. Okay, so somebody has a size 8 shoe. I've collected all the clues. So, but now we're about to go to the little Mamba Clubby thingy. It's crazy because people really out here get killed like that.
You know the way. You can drive.
The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us a note on a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case.
So what basically is going on is that they want to, our partner wants to rule it as it's part of another case that's been going on called the Black Dahlia. That's what they call it, and he wants to rule it under that. He's saying like basically, it's part of this, and I already know it, but that's not the case. So let's see what's going on here.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Mr. McCall.
You want a tip?
Oh, that's such a... I feel like that's an ugly name. Yep, this is him.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
For that?
Celine? Christ.
House officer.
Sure, I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Alright, so let's just give me
Come
one
on,
second.
detective. I was talking.
Wait, hold up. So let's go through the people we have. So we have Jacob Henry and Celine Henry. So Celine Henry is our victim here, and Jacob Henry is her husband. Her husband, sorry.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Okay. So that one guy was her. Him.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11.
Okay.
If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're going to tell me.
Okay. I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
Okay.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Was he ever violent with her?
Celine came in here last night looking like she'd taken a slap. They don't live together anymore, so it might not have been him.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One
That
more
was
thing.
wrong.
Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
I should have played back cop. Let me call us in.
Let's get out of here.
Refill my coffee next time, honey.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks.
Okay, so we're gonna follow up on that license plate.
Sam is taking.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
We're gonna go to the Henry residence now.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
Alright, let's get there. (10:01 a.m.)
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second. Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Okay, so the first thing in my paper, I mean, in my face is a paper.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary arrangements.
You said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before. I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal with it.
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
So this is also foreshadowing. And arson is fire, so when I get to the arson cases, that is foreshadowing that. So I know that for 1010%, I'm sure of it, because I remember I did the arson cases when I played the first run through.
Probably nothing.
Okay, so let's start in this room. I don't think there's nothing else in here. So let's take a look back here in this room. Let's cover all grounds.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Okay, so there's nothing in this room. Let's check this room.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
So she wore a size 9. Okay, so that's the only thing I could find in there.
Not sure this means much.
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Okay, so no.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. When
So
my
I think
just drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Okay, so let's talk to the neighbors. I think her husband broke into her house because she wasn't like
Galloway,
answering or
homicide,
something.
Badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
She got the lotion on that. Just a hairbrush.
A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
So that is the signal that I found everything, all the clues in the house. So now we just have to go talk to the neighbors. So, let's start on this end. Let's go up to this house. Can I knock on the door? Oh no, my partner's in the back. I see a little blue dot. Hold up.
It wasn't safe around here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Okay, so am I gotta follow her ass?
Just give me some time to myself, please.
Okay. So what am I supposed to do?
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Hold up. Is there any other people I can question? Okay, so I did. Okay, so let me go around to the back. Okay, so nobody. Is she cool now? Cause if not, I'm leaving her ass.
Please. I'm too upset.
Girl, I'm leaving. Cause you playing games and shit. Nobody got time.
You can drive.
Or you could drive, warrior.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she's probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in and keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
So, okay, so the husband had a big fight. The husband and the wife, you know, they live separately, so let's see what's gonna go down in the H10. Cause
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead. You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD.
LAPD.
You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
yeah, sit down. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. Set that ass down. Okay. Oh, I start knocking shit over and
I
shit.
get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
Actually, give me 1 second, you guys.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try the gas chamber. He'll be back in a moment. Just sit tight.
Okay, got some writing.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
See what size shoes this is. Okay, so the husband
Size
wears
11.
size 11. So is that all the evidence? I think that's it, because the music sounded. So, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That's all the evidence. Yep.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Okay, so let's see if he's lying. Let's review the evidence. Okay, so we mainly just have things about basically just the case. So we can't really play good. I don't think we can't really accuse him of nothing. So that's basically what I'm trying to say.
We get the impression that Celine liked to live the glamorous life. How did she end up with a hump like you, Jacob?
Celine was one of the first woman pilots. She hung out with movie stars and royalty. But when she came back here broke and struggling, she married a mechanic. Put a roof over her head, food on the table. Not glamorous, but the best I could do. I'm not ashamed about that.
Sorry, you guys, just give me 1 second.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Okay, so I think he's probably most likely telling the truth.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Okay.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
That doesn't sound too confident, in my opinion, sir. So what about the death note? Maybe the death note got something to do with it. Because he wanted something done about his wife. So I think I can accuse him. He would never give up on her, but he has a death note written about her. So I'm going to accuse him.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place.
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. Not the going out type.
Give me 1 second. I'm just thinking, like, cause let's review the evidence. So I still have nothing to accuse
So you
him
were
of.
here, tucked up in bed, while someone was out there beating your wife's brains out. That's all you've got?
Talk to the bartender at the Bomba Club. He'll tell you he called here last night, and I answered the phone.
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're going to tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Oh!
This doesn't look good for you, Jacob.
Oh, okay, what's really up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Get knocked out. Have to whip that ass real quick. Fuck is wrong with you? Punch him.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
The fuck is ass up?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Okay. So we're gonna go downtown. So our next location, we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the Central Police Station to interrogate him.
You're behind the wheel. Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Okay, so I honestly don't think it was the husband. It had to be somebody else. The husband wears, what, size 11 shoes? But the shoes found at the scene was a size 8.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment, Cole Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-sister pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob, and the public will sleep easier tonight. Run along now, folks. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Okay, so how about
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
Okay, so he wasn't. At least I don't think so. He said he.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
I can't. Shit, but the guy at the bar earlier said that he said that he was at the bar last night. See, that's what I mean by you can't miss vital information.
You don't ask, you never find out. You were at home in bed while your wife
Right
was
there,
putting
I
out to
know
some
I had to
stranger?
accuse him.
What kind of man are you, Jacob, that you allow that?
You son of a bitch. You got no right talking about my wife like that.
You did it. Everything points to you. What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, let me study him first. I think he probably really don't know, but the way how he's looking, I think I'm gonna have to play, a little bit of I'm gonna try good cop.
to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Okay.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
Okay, now that's something I can accuse him of. Because he's lying.
It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
They had marital problems, so that's how I know.
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I hit her, all right? I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? Took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
Why did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
Okay, so I think I'm gonna play good cop on this one just because I do kind of feel like, why wouldn't he have a key?
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that. I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that. Well, in that case, I think you should be talking to Dick McCall.
We'll
Dick
do
McCall.
the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
Yeah, bruh.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Okay, so I personally still don't...
Phelps.
What's the...
You failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
Fuck is you talking about? Move! Okay, so let's go to Mendez's apartment.
Can you drive to this one?
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Alright, so let's see. Okay, so let me take a look. Okay, I don't see his name. Okay. Apartment
Mendez,
16.
apartment 16.
Okay, so he's on the 4th floor.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
Alright.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Okay, so first and foremost, let's go over what we have. So we have this new POI. His name is Alonzo Mendez. So let's see what we can find. So I'm just writing in my notes here, making sure I put Alonzo Mendez is also the person who left with our victim on the night of our murder. So why does all these newspapers be around? That should get annoying a little bit now. It's like every house we investigate, it's a newspaper. I can't even pick that up, so let me search the living room. Okay, so it's nothing. Let's check this kitchen.
Circumstantial.
Alright. So for the people out there, we're doing a murder case. And basically, we're at our suspect.
No good to me.
House. But he's not here right now. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just investigating his house. So. Okay, so let's check back here.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Let's go in the bedroom. Oh, we got a size 8 shoe.
Size 8s could help place Mendez at the scene.
So at the crime scene, we had a size 8 shoe that was at the crime scene.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
And that was also the lead ripstick that was found at the scene. And also, murder weapon full of blood.
Consistent with Celine's injuries and the blood
Socket
could be typed.
wrench.
have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Yeah, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Climb out of here.
Mendez, stop right there.
He's under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Come here, boy.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Damn, what's taking me so long?
Get in and drive.
Why I gotta get in and drive?
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Damn.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
Get the fuck out the car.
Hands behind your head.
That was easy. So we found the murderer of Celine Henry.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
It don't matter. We got you, my boy.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Alright, so we got... Okay, just fuck me then. Alright, so that, I believe, is the completion of that case, the red lipstick murder. So, okay, so you guys, as my new streaming schedule for this, this is going to be every day, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So how this is going, it looks like we're only going to be able to get 2 cases in a day. You know. So, but let's take a sneak peek, or let's take a look at what's to come for tomorrow.
To cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning up for you.
The Golden Butterfly. Oh. Ooh. Okay, so that's what we will be investigating tomorrow. So you guys, thank you for tuning into the stream. I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's stream of L.A. Noire Part 4.
Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner.
I'll see you later, guys.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset